Hello and welcome to Healthy Aging Blueprint. I'm truly grateful you're here. On this channel, we explore simple, powerful ways to care for your body, nurture your mind, and live with purpose at every stage of life. Wherever you're watching from, I wish you good health, peace, and lasting happiness. If you find value in today's video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a step on your journey to aging well. Have you ever felt uneasy about the idea of ending up in a nursing home? What if the life you envision after 60 doesn't have to involve giving up your independence? There are new living options for seniors that not only preserve freedom, but redefine what aging can truly look like. For many people, between the ages of 60 and 85, just hearing the words nursing home can bring a wave of anxiety. It often signals a loss of autonomy, a closing chapter, or even a sense of being placed aside before you're ready. But what if that no longer had to be the case? The reality is, nursing homes are no longer the only path forward. In fact, more and more seniors today are discovering better ways to live, choices that are safer, more empowering, and far more aligned with how they truly want to age. In this video, we'll explore 7 remarkable alternatives to traditional nursing homes. These are real, practical options that let you age with dignity, connection, and a greater sense of freedom. Some of these may surprise you. Others may completely shift how you or someone you care about plans for the years ahead. Watch all the way through. You might discover a solution that gives you more control over your future than you ever imagined. Before we dive in, if this topic resonates with you, please take a moment to like the video. It helps support the mission of sharing real-life wisdom about aging well. And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next important lesson. If you enjoy this video, comment 1 below. If not, feel free to leave a 0 so I can continue improving and better serve you. Now let's begin with the first option. Staying in your own home with in-home care. This is one of the most deeply personal and empowering decisions a person can make in their later years. For many, remaining in the home they love, the place filled with decades of memories and comfort, is not only possible, but ideal. Thanks to customized in-home care services, aging at home is now more accessible and transformative than ever. Seniors are increasingly choosing in-home care not out of necessity, but out of a desire to live well, on their own terms. This path prioritizes quality of life, offering tailored support while preserving a strong sense of independence. Rather than giving up control, this option helps enhance it, making everyday routines simpler, safer, and more enjoyable. The beauty of in-home care lies in its flexibility. It can be customized to meet different needs, from assistance with cooking, cleaning, and errands, to more personal support like bathing, dressing, or managing complex medications. Whether you need occasional help or daily support, in-home care offers a way to age gracefully in a space that feels like you, because it is. For seniors managing chronic conditions, in-home care can be extended to include professional services, such as skilled nursing, physical therapy, or even companionship to ease the burden of loneliness. These added layers of care are more than just medical. They support the emotional and psychological well-being that's essential to aging gracefully. For many older adults, the simple act of sleeping in their own bed, sitting in a well-worn armchair, tending to the garden they've nurtured for years, or enjoying the view from a familiar kitchen window brings comfort no facility can replicate. These aren't just small pleasures, they're powerful connections to self, to memory, and to a sense of stability. The home becomes a sanctuary, a space that supports identity and continuity. This familiarity isn't merely comforting. It plays a crucial role in mental and emotional health. It fosters a sense of control that often translates into improved mood, sharper cognitive clarity, and a deeper sense of well-being. In fact, research continues to affirm this. Seniors who remain in their own homes, often referred to as aging in place, have been shown to experience improved cognitive function, lower rates of depression, and a stronger sense of purpose when compared to those who move into assisted living communities or nursing homes. The environment they know and trust becomes a buffer, a psychological anchor that reduces stress and strengthens resilience. Take Eleanor, for example, a 78-year-old widow living in her cozy suburban home. Like many, her knees have grown weaker with age, and she sometimes forgets to take her medications on schedule. Rather than uproot her life to enter a facility, she made a different choice. She opted for in-home care. With a professional aide visiting 5 days a week, Eleanor receives help with light housekeeping, enjoys nutritious home-cooked meals, and gets the support she needs to manage her medications properly. This consistent care has allowed her to flourish in the space she knows best. Her daily routine still includes solving crossword puzzles in the morning, watching birds flutter outside her kitchen window, and looking forward to Sunday coffee dates with her neighbor. For her, in-home care isn't a symbol of dependency. It's a strategy for maintaining the life she treasures. One of the greatest advantages of in-home care is its remarkable flexibility. Services can be adjusted to meet changing needs, whether that means a few hours of help each week or 24-hour care. This adaptability ensures that the care remains respectful, personalized, and deeply aligned with the senior's preferences and lifestyle. For many older adults, in-home care offers far more than practical assistance. It becomes a way to protect their sense of self, preserve their dignity, and continue living with purpose. It allows them to remain in charge of their own journey, surrounded by the meaningful possessions and memories that make their home truly their own. Living with family in a supportive arrangement is another increasingly popular alternative. Rather than being viewed as a burden, seniors in these living arrangements often become essential threads in the fabric of family life. They contribute not only their presence, but also their wisdom, compassion, and life experience. Far from being passive dependents, they are active participants, valued and respected. In many homes, their role becomes one of enrichment, offering emotional warmth, guidance, and continuity between generations. Multi-generational living naturally fosters an environment filled with care, comfort, and companionship. It allows older adults to stay deeply engaged in the lives of those they love, whether it's helping a grandchild with homework, sharing treasured family stories from the past, or simply being there as a calm, reassuring presence. Seniors bring something irreplaceable to the home. Their involvement isn't just meaningful, it's powerful. It adds purpose to their days and reminds them that they are needed. This sense of purpose and emotional connection is essential to well-being. Living with family in a supportive setting helps ease the feelings of loneliness or isolation that so many older adults silently face. Numerous studies have shown that regular, meaningful interaction with loved ones can significantly reduce stress, improve emotional stability, and even promote longer, healthier lives. Who wouldn't feel more alive when surrounded by laughter, routine connection, and the everyday bustle of family? But for these arrangements to work smoothly, they need to be built on a foundation of honesty, respect, and clear communication. Without that, even the most well-meaning living situation can lead to tension or discomfort. Open conversations from the very beginning are critical. How will household responsibilities be divided? Which spaces will remain private? How can everyone maintain a sense of independence under the same roof? It's important to understand that seniors aren't moving in to be coddled or micromanaged. They are joining the household as equals, as respected family members contributing to a shared, supportive home. Physical space plays a major role here too. Having a separate entrance, private suite, or designated area for the senior can help strike the right balance between connection and autonomy, offering both privacy and participation. Consider Harold, an 81-year-old widower who struggled with the silence of his now empty house after losing his spouse. When his daughter and son-in-law invited him to live above their garage, they transformed the space into a fully independent apartment. Complete with its own entrance, kitchenette, and bathroom, Harold was able to maintain his personal schedule, enjoy quiet moments on his own, and still join the family for dinners or cheer on his grandson at weekend baseball games. This living setup brought new life into Harold's world. He no longer felt isolated, and instead became a vital, joyful part of a multi-generational home. His daughter's family, in turn, found daily comfort in his presence, his perspective, and the warmth he brought. On a practical level, the arrangement also eased financial pressures for everyone involved, proof that emotional and economic benefits often go hand in hand when families choose to live under one roof with intention and love. Sharing living expenses in these arrangements often eases financial pressure for everyone involved. In some cases, government programs, such as tax credits or housing subsidies, can offer additional relief, making it even more feasible for families to create these supportive multi-generational setups. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a number 1 in the comments to let me know you're here with me. I truly appreciate your time and attention. Now, let's explore another empowering path for older adults: aging in place with smart home modifications. This approach isn't about stubbornly holding on to the past. It's about intentionally reshaping your environment to support the life you want to live today and tomorrow. Aging in place becomes a proactive decision, not a passive default. By making strategic home improvements, guided by both safety and comfort, seniors can maintain independence and peace of mind while reducing the risks that often lead to hospitalization or relocation. These updates don't have to be major overhauls. Sometimes, it's the small things that make the biggest difference. More and more older adults are embracing smart modifications. Think stair lifts that eliminate the need to tackle steep steps, walk-in showers that remove the danger of slipping over a high tub edge, or grab bars that offer subtle but reliable support, all without disrupting the design of the home. Wider doorways, non-slip flooring, and motion-activated lighting also enhance accessibility and reduce risk. These adjustments aren't signs of frailty. They're powerful statements, decisions made to ensure safety, dignity, and control. Technology plays a huge role in making aging in place more feasible than ever. With tools like voice-activated assistants, such as Amazon Alexa or Google Home, seniors can turn on lights, play music, or get reminders without lifting a finger. Medical alert systems provide immediate access to help, while video doorbells offer added security and confidence when answering the door. Automated medication dispensers take the guesswork out of daily routines, and wearable sensors can detect falls, alert caregivers, and even monitor vital signs in real time. Smart thermostats and lighting systems also contribute to both comfort and safety, adjusting automatically to meet personal needs and routines. These aren't extravagant luxuries. They're essential supports for living well and independently. They empower seniors to remain in their homes on their own terms, with greater peace of mind and autonomy. The emotional and psychological benefits of aging in place with thoughtful upgrades can't be overstated. There's something incredibly grounding about waking up in the same bedroom filled with familiar furniture, surrounded by treasured family photos and memories that span decades. That sense of continuity is more than sentimental. It reinforces identity and emotional security, especially during life's later chapters. The familiar scent of a beloved garden, the quiet rhythm of a morning routine, the comforting view from a favorite chair. These sensory details deeply anchor seniors in their sense of identity. This continuity plays a powerful role in maintaining emotional balance and stability, offering a kind of reassurance that institutional settings often struggle to replicate. When older adults are surrounded by familiar objects and spaces, their cognitive health tends to benefit as well. Studies have shown that recognizable environments help reduce stress, disorientation, and confusion, especially when compared to the abrupt changes associated with relocating to unfamiliar care facilities. Take Linda, a 79-year-old retiree who experienced a sudden fall in her bathroom. At first, she resisted the idea of installing grab bars or modifying her space with a walk-in shower. To her, these changes felt like a concession to aging, a silent acknowledgement that she was losing ground. But once the renovations were complete, something unexpected happened. Linda felt empowered. The simple act of showering no longer came with fear or hesitation. She moved through her home with more confidence, no longer second-guessing every step she took. Her family supported her decision completely, understanding that these updates weren't about admitting weakness. They were about reinforcing her strength, her choice to remain independent and safe in the home she loved. For many families, supporting a loved one's decision to age in place through home modifications is a profound act of trust. It sends a clear message. We believe in your ability to live on your own terms, and we're here to help you do it safely. Although this path requires planning, effort, and sometimes financial investment, the rewards are immeasurable. For many older adults, nothing compares to continuing their lives in the very spaces that have held their memories, milestones, and daily joys. Staying in a familiar home allows them to carry forward a sense of control and emotional grounding that's difficult to recreate elsewhere. Multi-generational living is another option that's gaining renewed attention, especially among families who deeply value connection and mutual support. But it's important to understand that this modern approach doesn't mean that seniors are expected to step into full-time roles as babysitters or household helpers. Nor does it imply that adult children must become round-the-clock caregivers. When designed thoughtfully, multi-generational living can be a rich, balanced experience for everyone involved. This type of living arrangement, when built on trust and communication, has the power to strengthen family bonds and provide both emotional comfort and practical support, benefits that are often hard to find in institutional care environments. But the true key to making it work lies in setting clear boundaries and practicing mutual respect. From the very beginning, families need to talk openly about responsibilities. Who will take care of which tasks? Which spaces in the home will remain private? How can everyone maintain a healthy level of independence while living under the same roof? In this arrangement, seniors aren't treated as guests, nor should they be seen as dependents. They are equal contributors in a shared household, participants in daily life, not just observers. Having designated physical spaces, such as private suites or separate entrances, helps to create structure and respect personal boundaries, making the shared home environment both functional and harmonious. Separate entrances in multi-generational homes help preserve personal space while still fostering togetherness. But just as important as physical boundaries are emotional ones. Respecting each other's daily routines, personal preferences, and decisions goes a long way in preventing feelings of burnout or quiet resentment. When handled with care, this living arrangement can become a source of profound connection and support for everyone involved. For seniors, the benefits are especially meaningful. Daily companionship helps ease the deep loneliness that can take a toll on emotional well-being. Simple moments, like reading a bedtime story to a grandchild, watering the plants, or sharing a meaningful memory, can renew a sense of purpose and joy. Feeling heard, valued, and needed strengthens self-worth and builds emotional resilience, which are key to aging with dignity and happiness. For younger family members, having an elder in the home often brings a calming presence and a broader perspective. It adds love, wisdom, and a sense of continuity that enriches the household dynamic in ways no other arrangement can. There's a kind of grounding that happens when generations grow together under the same roof. Consider Patricia, an 83-year-old widow who moved in with her daughter and son-in-law after her husband passed away. Rather than simply giving her a spare room, the family created a dedicated private suite just for her, complete with a small kitchenette and a cozy sitting area. They established clear boundaries together, ensuring that Patricia had both autonomy and inclusion. She joins family meals when she wants to, but her quiet mornings are reserved for reading novels or tending her garden in peace. Patricia has also taken on a cherished new role. She's now the go-to storyteller during her grandchildren's bedtime routine. This small but significant role brings her deep joy and makes her feel essential, not just present. She's supported, never smothered. She's included, yet never obligated. Financially, this kind of arrangement can also be a win for everyone. Sharing expenses like groceries, utilities, and housing costs eases the burden on both seniors and younger family members. In some cases, families may qualify for tax credits, caregiving support, or housing subsidies designed to encourage and support cohabitation. But beyond the financial benefits, the emotional return is priceless. What multi-generational living truly creates is a home filled with shared stories, laughter, learning, and love. A space where generations uplift one another and build new memories together. This isn't about returning to outdated traditions. It's a modern, intentional way of living that values connection, emotional wellness, and mutual respect. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, I'd love to know. Please comment the number 2 below to let me know you're still here with me. I deeply appreciate your time and presence. This either-or view of aging, stay at home alone or move into a nursing facility, misses an important middle ground. That's where independent living communities come in. These thoughtfully designed spaces are built for seniors who are mostly self-sufficient, but appreciate the peace of mind that comes from knowing support is available when they need it. It's a unique blend. The freedom to live life on your terms, combined with the security of knowing help is never far away. Independent living communities offer private residences, often apartments, cottages, or compact homes, giving residents a sense of ownership, privacy, and comfort. Unlike traditional retirement homes, these communities don't impose a one-size-fits-all structure. Instead, they operate on a flexible model, allowing residents to personalize the kind of assistance they receive. Services like meal prep, housekeeping, transportation, and even basic medical help can be arranged as needed, rather than being built-in or mandatory. For example, if someone needs a ride to a doctor's appointment one week or help picking up groceries the next, they can easily request it without giving up their independence or privacy. It's a model that promotes autonomy while offering tailored support, right when it's needed. One of the most meaningful aspects of these communities is the optional nature of social engagement. Residents are encouraged, but never forced, to participate in activities like book clubs, fitness classes, community dinners, or group outings. This flexibility allows people to stay as socially active or as private as they prefer, depending on their comfort level and personality. What truly makes these communities powerful, though, is their ability to address one of the quietest but most damaging aspects of aging: loneliness. Social isolation can sneak in slowly, draining a person's sense of joy, weakening emotional resilience, and even impacting physical health. Studies have consistently shown that chronic loneliness in seniors is linked to a range of health issues, from weakened immune systems to higher risks of depression and faster cognitive decline. Independent living communities help counter that by cultivating spaces where real connections can flourish. Whether it's through shared meals, spontaneous hallway conversations, or organized group events like gardening, art workshops, or game nights, these moments spark camaraderie and a renewed sense of belonging. They restore what so many seniors miss: laughter, companionship, and the simple pleasure of being part of a community. Another advantage of this lifestyle is its diversity. These communities aren't one-size-fits-all. Some emphasize wellness, with walking trails, yoga studios, and community gardens. Others focus on active lifestyles, cultural enrichment, or creative expression. This variety means that seniors can choose a setting that fits not just their physical needs, but also their values, personalities, and passions. Many of these independent living communities also cater to intellectual and creative passions, offering spaces like art studios, lecture series, or music programs. Imagine having easy access to a painting class in the morning, a local historian's talk in the afternoon, and a piano recital in the evening, all without leaving your residential community. The variety is impressive and growing. For example, a community in California might be centered around sustainability, complete with farm-to-table dining, organic gardens, and meditation retreats. Meanwhile, another community in New York may prioritize cultural enrichment through theater outings, writing workshops, and literary salons. This level of diversity allows seniors to choose communities that reflect their values, interests, and aspirations, not just their age or health needs. Take the story of Richard, a 78-year-old widower who approached retirement with a heavy heart. After the loss of his wife and the relocation of his children to faraway cities, the once cozy suburban home he had shared with his family began to feel vast and empty. The silence echoed through the halls, deepening his sense of loneliness. Everyday tasks like maintaining the yard or cooking meals became exhausting, both physically and emotionally, and the opportunities to connect with others, almost non-existent. With some hesitation, Richard decided to visit an independent living community not far from his hometown. What caught his attention wasn't just the convenience, it was the community's woodworking studio, scenic walking trails, and a weekly film club. Within a few short months, his life began to transform. He rekindled his passion for crafting handmade furniture, found new friendships through lively conversations about classic movies, and even began mentoring younger residents in woodworking. His days, once monotonous and quiet, were now filled with energy, interaction, and purpose. For Richard, the community became far more than a place to stay. It became a place to grow, contribute, and truly thrive. Intergenerational living communities represent another powerful evolution in how older adults experience their later years. Quietly but significantly, a shift is happening, one that moves away from outdated notions of isolated, age-segregated retirement homes. Instead, these innovative communities are reframing aging as a phase of vibrant, connected living. These neighborhoods bring people of all ages together, older adults, young professionals, families, and even students, into shared spaces where everyone benefits from mutual support and genuine interaction. Rather than creating separation, they foster inclusion. Instead of solitude, they cultivate connection. Intergenerational living communities are designed to resemble real neighborhoods. They often feature a variety of housing styles, such as apartments, townhouses, or duplexes, to create a more natural and inviting environment. And unlike institutional settings, they focus on shared experiences, organic relationships, and a sense of belonging that bridges generations. In these communities, dorm-style units are often available for younger residents, situated alongside shared spaces like community gardens, cozy libraries, welcoming cafes, or lively activity centers. These shared areas are designed to naturally encourage connection, not through scheduled programs, but through the simple rhythm of daily life. A senior might offer gardening tips to a young family tending the same plot, or a college student might pause between classes to play a quiet game of chess with an elder on the front porch. What sets these communities apart is the atmosphere. There are no sterile, hospital-like lobbies or rigid rules based on age. Instead, they radiate warmth, authenticity, and a sense of home. Support services like home maintenance or healthcare are available in the background, but they remain discreet and unobtrusive. This allows older adults to maintain their independence, while younger residents naturally contribute their energy and support to the shared environment. The benefits of this model are not only profound, they're mutual. For older adults, living in close proximity to younger generations reduces the risk of loneliness, boosts emotional well-being, and adds a refreshing sense of purpose to everyday life. And this isn't just anecdotal. Research from sources such as the Journal of Aging and Health confirms that seniors in intergenerational communities often experience slower cognitive decline, fewer symptoms of depression, and an overall improvement in health and mood, largely due to consistent, meaningful social engagement. The presence of younger neighbors brings an everyday kind of help that feels natural and unforced. It might be as simple as carrying groceries, solving a tech issue, or joining a senior for a spontaneous cup of coffee. These gestures may seem small, but over time, they create a web of care and connection that's difficult to find elsewhere. And for the younger residents, the rewards are just as rich. Seniors offer more than just conversation. They offer wisdom, life perspective, and a steady, grounding presence that balances the fast pace of modern life. Young adults in these communities often report gaining greater empathy, improved communication skills, and a deeper sense of belonging, experiences that are increasingly rare in today's digitally disconnected world. Consider Margaret, a 76-year-old retired librarian who made the move to an intergenerational community in Oregon. After years of living alone, she longed for more connection, but without sacrificing her privacy or autonomy. What she found was a vibrant, welcoming space where she could share her love of books, host story time for neighborhood kids, and exchange recipes with young couples just starting their own families. Her days, once marked by silence, were now filled with conversation, laughter, and meaningful relationships. Although Margaret was initially hesitant about the idea of intergenerational living, one feature of the community changed her mind: the close proximity to a nearby high school, which included dorm-style housing for students. Curiosity slowly gave way to excitement as she realized the potential for meaningful connection. Every Thursday, Margaret now leads a poetry circle where both students and seniors come together to read, reflect, and share thoughts on everything from classical Rumi verses to modern spoken word performances. What started as a small weekly gathering quickly became a cherished ritual. In return, the students eagerly help Margaret with day-to-day tasks that once felt burdensome. They assist her with tech challenges on her new tablet, replace light bulbs in hard-to-reach places, and even introduce her to their favorite indie music playlists, tunes that have since become the unexpected soundtrack to her peaceful mornings. These exchanges aren't transactional. They're woven from genuine connection, trust, and mutual appreciation. Margaret describes this chapter of her life as something she never saw coming, unexpectedly rich and full of energy. "I thought I was done learning," she said, "but these kids, they've brought me back to life." And in many ways, her story echoes the broader impact of intergenerational living. It's not just about coexisting, it's about reawakening parts of ourselves that may have gone quiet in solitude. The shared spaces within her community, like the lush garden and the warm, book-filled library, have become natural gathering spots where conversations start without effort. A walk through the garden often turns into an impromptu discussion about planting techniques, life goals, or favorite memories. These aren't structured programs. They're simple, everyday interactions that build powerful, lasting bonds. Beyond the emotional uplift, these environments offer real health benefits too. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, consistent interaction with younger generations can significantly reduce stress levels in older adults. It also helps improve memory, focus, and overall cognitive function by keeping the brain socially and intellectually engaged. Meanwhile, younger residents gain something equally valuable: perspective. In a fast-paced, hyper-digital world, their time with older adults provides a grounding sense of continuity and wisdom. Through simple conversations and shared experiences, they begin to see aging not as something to fear, but as something to respect and embrace, filled with insight, humor, and hard-earned life lessons. There are certain life lessons no textbook, lecture, or screen can ever fully teach. Lessons about patience, resilience, empathy, and what it truly means to live with intention. These intergenerational communities are not about stepping away from life, but about stepping back into it, in a deeper, more connected way. They challenge the outdated belief that aging must be an isolating chapter, showing us instead that it can be a shared, fulfilling journey that brings people closer, not apart. By offering both independent living communities and intergenerational neighborhoods as viable, empowering options, older adults are no longer limited by convention. They now have the freedom to choose environments that reflect their values and needs, spaces that support independence, encourage companionship, and create space for purpose to flourish. Whether someone is drawn to the customizable support and rich peer community found in independent living, or energized by the vibrant cross-generational exchange of intergenerational neighborhoods, the message is clear. Aging doesn't have to be about loss. It can be about discovery. It can be about growth. These models don't just meet physical needs. They uplift the spirit and redefine what's possible in later life. Thank you for spending your time with us as we explored 7 inspiring alternatives to traditional nursing homes. From aging in place with personalized in-home care to reconnecting through meaningful roles in multi-generational and independent communities, each option empowers older adults to age with dignity, connection, and control. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What idea resonated most with you? Was it the thought of smart home modifications that make aging in place safer? The emotional depth of multi-generational living? Or the flexibility and social vitality of independent living spaces? Whatever it is, share one takeaway that inspired you and how you might apply it to your life or someone you love by leaving a comment below. Your voice could spark ideas for others who are navigating similar decisions. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and share it with someone who needs it. And don't forget to subscribe to Healthy Aging Blueprint for more practical, uplifting content designed to help you live fully at every stage of life. Wishing you strength, happiness, and lasting peace. Take care, and we hope to see you again soon on Healthy Aging Blueprint.